Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Dana. I am a mama to 4, and as you can tell from the tab down below, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a complete cover-to-cover flip through of the American History by the Tuttle twins. I'm going to be honest, this has been one of my favorite history books I think I've ever read or ever done with my little ones. The way that they make the stories come to life and the way they connect the dots with history and kind of relate that to real life and thinking and thought, and I just love it. So I'm so excited to give a more in-depth review of this as we get through the flip through, as well as the book. I'm also going to show you guys a little bit of what you get when it comes to the actual digital products. Now, when you get the book, you also get a full PDF downloadable version of the workbook, and that is the part that will make this into an actual formal curriculum. So this in and of itself is more of a storybook. It's not what I would consider it to be a formal curriculum, but if you are new here, then you will know that I'm actually not doing a formal actual history curriculum. This is just a gift given to me by one of my friends, and I wanted to share it with you guys because we've been enjoying it. Anyway, we're not doing an actual formal curriculum. However, if you are and you are needing that credit for your homeschool, then the actual downloadable PDF, the actual workbook, and all the activities that you can get to go along with this is phenomenal. I'll give you a look at that today. I do not have it printed off, but I'm going to show you the actual download so you can get an idea of everything that it comes with. But it's amazing, and if you are looking for a history curriculum that just makes sense, that really helps connect all the historical events and how each one led to the next, led to the next, led to the next, and not just kind of why the events happen, but how and like what we can do about it today, why what happened then matters today, and things like that. So just a phenomenal history curriculum. Again, if you're looking for something that really makes that history come to life in a way that is not in a, I don't want to say boring textbook format, but if you do not want a very stringent textbook format when it comes to history, this is phenomenal. I love how it has really made the world events and things like that come alive for my kids. Even though they are very young, they just thoroughly enjoy it. So we are going to be doing a cover-to-cover flip through, and because of that, it might take a little bit longer today. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around and we'll jump into the flip through. So this is a Tuttle Twins series of stories, America's History, from 1215 to 1776. They do have a second volume. I am not sure if at the time of this video it is published or not. I will check, and if it is, I'll have it linked down below. But I'm definitely going to try to pick up the second volume as soon as it does come out, if it's not out already. To start off with, I love the actual cover. It is very, very well made. The pages are thick. It's like one of those soft matte feeling books. It is just a beautifully done book as far as the quality. So the whole premise of the actual curriculum is those who don't learn from the past are condemned to repeat it. So history is more than just dates and names and battles. It's about ideas and power and philosophy. America's history is no different. It's a tale of trade, exploration, adventure, and tension between groups of people with different perspectives and priorities. So the problems and challenges we face today are quite different from what America's founders lived through, but their experiences offer us a treasure trove of inspiration and knowledge that we can learn from and apply to our own circumstances. So it goes into some more about why the actual curriculum and why it is the way it is. I do highly recommend watching a quick video on their actual website, and it will tell you a lot about why they chose to do it this way. But we have just been thoroughly enjoying this curriculum. It's of course going to be in a story format. It's going to give you, of course, the table of contents, starting out with a new world of trade. It's going to go in new lands, new ideas, far across the sea, the dawn of human rights, the nature of empire, and the king's grip, the blowback in Boston, the road to war, a recipe for cooperation, loyal no more, and liberty for all. So one of my favorite things about this book is how they incorporate the lives of the Tuttle family, or I should say the Tuttle twins, Ethan and Emily. So it starts out with the family having a fun pool day, and it's going to flow into some family time, and it kind of goes into, it's a long roundabout story, but they're going to start talking about the trades and Marco Polo and the Silk Road, why it was called the Silk Road, in such a fun, interactive way. So after the pool day, it's going to flow into the family having dinner together. And the way this book does that and the way the authors do this is such a unique spin on history. And one of my favorite things about it is they will take something like a family dinner, and the way they talk about it, it feels like you're kind of there with them. So for example, the Tuttles are eating dinner, and so to explain trade and prosperity to Ethan and Emily, they're twins, they have a little map on the table and they make different food, and they're like, well, wherever you're sitting, it's this part in the world. And they're talking about the Silk Road. Well, where you're sitting, where the snap peas are, that's on this part of the world. And so, but in order to share the items and pass the food to each other, you have to kind of follow along the Silk Road. And if the trays are not open on that road, and see how this other person over here might not get that item if it's not open. So I love the way that they introduce kind of trades that way in a really fun way. It's going to give you actual historical timelines of when things happened. And I love the family relationships, and I love, again, how they're incorporating just the life of the family, where you're really following the twins along, all while learning about history. And they are excited to learn about history. You're going to have chapter 2, which is your new lands and new ideas, a mysterious visitor. My kiddos love this chapter, and this is when they introduce Fred to the twins. This is their next door neighbor. They talk about the age of exploration, and again, the importance of free trade and everything like that. And then again, it's going to have more detail on the people they're talking about. The one thing I will mention as well, that a typical history textbook will have these people, and then they'll have paragraphs about these people and maybe what they did, but then that's it. So it becomes like a fact memorization page, whereas in yours, memorizing facts to pass a test, instead of really making it come alive. And I feel like this book does a really good job in bringing your attention in, because you're following along with the family learning about these things. It talks about the power of knowledge, the Gutenberg printing press, and I really like that they incorporate that. It goes into chapter 3, far across the sea, the first colonial villages, and again, all while keeping your attention by keeping up with the Tuttle twins. So here's the actual companion curriculum that you can get to go along with it. And I, again, love this if you are looking for a more formal history curriculum and want it to be more than just an actual storybook. But it's going to have your supply list of everything you need. It's going to even have a grocery list so you can make the actual story come to life by doing the meal right along with the Tuttle family. I love that they do that. And it's going to even have all of your ingredients to make your own Make a Silk Road supper, your ingredient list, and then all the meals and stuff that you're going to be making with that. I love that they do that. You're going to have some fun activities throughout, your word search things. You're going to be learning words, finding China, and you're going to research other great explorers. So if you have this printout, you're going to be doing geography, obviously your fun activities, your cooking, it really does make it engaging and so interactive for the kids, where it is really going to keep their interest and really create that love of learning. I think when it comes to history, where a lot of history curriculums, at least in my experience, have been really dry. And so that's one of the reasons why I just never was interested in doing a formal history curriculum with my kiddos. And yeah, I just really love this one. And the handbook and the printout, this is above grade level for my little ones, hence why I'm sharing it with you guys, in case you guys want to use this for more than just the actual storybook. This is available to you. Anyway, it has so many activities, just in-depth options, words to define, your vocabulary, and it just gives you activities for every single chapter. And there's just a ton of pages to print out for this one. You are also going to be given access to some videos specifically designed for this, which also, again, is another element that you could add on to that. I have actually not used the videos yet because, again, my kiddos are little and we've just been enjoying the actual story format. But I did want to share the actual printout in case you are wanting a fun option and, again, a way to make this a formal curriculum. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed getting a look at the Tuttle Twins American history. Again, I love all the conversations that have flowed from this curriculum. We have thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think, honestly, when the kids get a little bit older, so maybe not this fall, but next fall, and probably we'll go ahead and download that guide and use it as a more actual curriculum. But right now, as I mentioned multiple times, we are just thoroughly enjoying the storybook format. So love this, cannot recommend it enough. I think your kiddos will adore it because it is engaging, and as you saw through the flip through, very interactive for the little ears. But thank you guys again for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you have not done so already, I'd love to have you join our family. You can do so by subscribing down below. And until my next video, you guys have a great day, whatever you're doing, and God bless. Bye.